Okay, starting a new series that I want to call Snake Oil. I got the idea from this series. I was doing a mech on some used car, and they had one of those rust control modules in it. One of the ones where you like hook it up to positive and negative and they pretend it does something. And I remember it was completely broke, so I took it apart and all that was in there was a resistor and an LED. So today we have one of these. This is one of your fuel savers that you plug into the OBD2 port and they pretend it does something. Now this does not work, and I know I'm probably going to get crappy comments from people saying it does work, but it does not. I don't care if it's patented. It's a scam. This does not, it cannot tune the vehicle. This does not in any way tune the engine to make it run more efficiently. We're going to void our warranty here. I'm actually going to take this apart and see what's inside of it. And then we can get into it more later as to why this doesn't work. So, what is ECO OBD2? ECO OBD2 is a plug-in ready device to function the reducing fuel consumption for the economy and lower emissions for the world. Easy to install. Just plug into the OBD2 port connector. Fits all cars from year 1996 and upward, because that is any vehicle 1996 and up is going to have an OBD2 port. Let's see what it's made of. Now, I did spend my own money on this. It was only 15 bucks. I actually wanted to get one of those rust control modules, but they don't sell one for more than under $50. And I said, not making money off this content right now. I really only do it just because I like doing it. Maybe in the future we'll take one of those apart. But we'll start with this. It was so cheap it came in a 2-pack. Let's just see if I can get these tabs up off it. Oop, there we go. Not much. I'm sorry for the background noise. There's not much in there. I'm assuming this here is an LED. Reset button there for something. There's really not that much to it. I'd assume for something that claims to tune the vehicle, you'd have a lot more to it than just this. You know what I just noticed? There's only 3 points where it's actually soldered. So you have a solder joint here, here, and here. The rest of these pins do nothing. Oh wait, okay, I just looked at it. So, this is battery positive. That is soldered. Signal ground and chassis ground. Nothing else is soldered. How is this supposed to tune your engine if there are no solder joints for the CAN-C bus? You understand what I'm getting at here? This will not be able to communicate with any, like your PCM onboard control module, if it does not have solder joints that connect to the CAN bus. This is total snake oil. I can't believe it. It is literally just power and ground. That's it. There's nothing else. All these other pins do not have solder on them. See what I'm talking about? We have solder here for battery positive, solder right there for negative, signal ground and chassis ground. But all these other pins do not have solder on them. They do nothing. Look, I got these two to separate. Like I said, only these 3 pins are soldered. Power and ground. That's it. That's all that goes into it. You cannot tune an engine like this. There is no way for this chip to communicate with your vehicle's computer. I think any results you'd ever get from this is placebo effect, at best. Now, I wanted to do a test where I would see if I get better fuel economy, but the thing is, I drive a shit box, and I have no way of keeping track of it. But just looking at this alone, you should be able to see that there's zero way for this to communicate with any modules that are installed that are controlling the engine, transmission, and the drivetrain. It will not do what they are claiming it's going to do, because all this is a light. It's just a fancy light. That's all it is. It only has pins for power and ground. That's all it does. So I think that's a great start to this little mini series. If I come across more of these snake oil. What do you call them? If I come across more of these in the future, I will make videos on them. They're easy to do. If they're cheap enough, I'll get one and take it apart, see what makes them tick.